Hello and welcome you watching Across the Republic with me, Shabanson. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight our focus on stories from across India, starting with the top story coming in from Karnataka. More pressure on Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah after the High Court has dismissed his plea. Sanction has now been provided to prosecute the Chief Minister. The Karnataka government is in the dock. Let's also take you through the other stories that we are going to track tonight on Across the Republic. Phase 2 of Naya Kashmir's elections. What does this essentially mean for parties like the National Conference, the PDP and the others as far as Phase 2 is concerned? So our focus would be on the seats that are going to polls tomorrow. The other big controversy of the day, the outsider remark that has been made by Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi's penchant for making such remarks. This time it is about Kashmir versus India. That's the argument that has been made by Rahul Gandhi. And finally, the story that we are going to bring to you tonight on Across the Republic is the Laddu controversy. Republic TV has now accessed details, documents which goes on to indicate that the supplier of ghee perhaps was favoured. Was he favoured by the YSRCP government? All this and much more. This edition of Across the Republic. But up first, let's take you through the headlines we're tracking at this hour.
Presented by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Pado kuch bano.
Tirupati Laddu Rao explodes. Republic accesses explosive documents which show how YSRCP changed tender conditions to favour one particular company.
BJP is trying to dislodge our government through money power and also through Operation Kamala, but they could not succeed.
Siddaramaiah issues first statement after the High Court verdict, calls it a conspiracy by the BJP and JDS to frame him.
This is proof and evidence that the MUDA scam that Siddaramaiah and his family are beneficiaries of is a serious scam. His investigation is free and fair, that Siddaramaiah must resign immediately.
BJP ups the ante against Congress government in Karnataka, demands Siddaramaiah's resignation. CPM legislator and actor Mukesh arrested by SIT in the rape case, released on bail just within hours after arrest. Badlapur sexual assault accused shot dead in encounter. Maharashtra CID to probe incident.
Presented by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Pado kuch bano.
Well, this comes across as a major setback for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. The Karnataka High Court on Tuesday dismissed the plea challenging the governor's sanction of a prosecution against him in the MUDA land allotment scam case. Upholding the governor's nod for prosecution, the High Court ruled that the facts presented in connection with the case needs to be investigated. In fact, the court's ruling also comes across as a big affirmation of our mega expose, including an extensive paper trail showing how the Chief Minister received undue favours from the Mysuru Urban Development Authority. The Chief Minister, meanwhile, moved a division bench against the High Court order upholding the sanction of the prosecution against him. Now, in fact, this has led to a massive political turmoil within the state of Karnataka, where you've had ministers like Priyank Kharge now saying that there is no question of the Chief Minister resigning.
Dealing a big blow to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, the Karnataka High Court upheld the governor's sanction of the prosecution against him in the MUDA land allotment scam case. The single-judge bench ruled that there was enough material in the public domain that needs to be investigated in connection with the alleged land allotment scam. The court's ruling followed a massive expose by your channel, bringing out an extensive paper trail showing how the Chief Minister and his kin received undue favours.
The story starts in 1992 when a preliminary notification is made public to notify land. That's where the story begins. Siddaramaiah is nowhere in the picture. That's until 1997 when a farmer steps forward and he claims the land is his. 5 years after the nature of the land is faked, Siddaramaiah's wife enters the picture. She simply gifted the land, and they even lie about the nature of the land, calling it agricultural land. And this is at a time when there's a paper trail being created calling it agricultural land, while on the ground, the land in question has been developed and sold already as plots. Imagine this, sold as plots but fake trail created as agricultural land. Interestingly, this was at a time, the gifting of the land was at a time when Siddaramaiah himself was asking for Yediyurappa's resignation over a denotification scam.
The Chief Minister, however, moved the Supreme Court challenging the High Court's order upholding the governor's nod to prosecution against him. The BJP, meanwhile, came out all guns blazing at the state government in light of the High Court ruling demanding the Chief Minister's resignation. Addressing a press conference, BJP State President B.Y. Vijendra said the court order was a ringing affirmation that all are equal before the law.
Respected Governor, after going through all the papers, after consultation with experts, Governor gave the permission for prosecution. Sanction was given. Chief Minister and their cabinet colleagues alleged so many things against the Governor's office also. And finally, when the matter reached the High Court, when Chief Minister Siddaramaiah himself challenged the order of the Honorable Governor, order of the prosecution sanction, today the respected High Court has clearly said in its verdict that the Governor's action was clearly as per the law. So the High Court judgment clearly indicates the prima facie the Chief Minister and his family are involved in this corruption scam, and we as the Bharatiya Janata Party we have been demanding the resignation of the Chief Minister from last 2 months in the same MUDA scam.
The BJP said the Congress should answer if it's morally tenable for the Chief Minister to continue in the wake of the massive High Court ruling.
It has been held that the governor is competent to give the sanction for prosecution. Today, the Congress party must tell us, after this verdict that has come from the High Court, is it tenable for Mr. Siddaramaiah to continue? Today, Mr. Siddaramaiah must step down. It is evident that he was the one who looted the lands which was meant for SC, ST, OBC समाज.
ला सबके लिए एक ही होता है. सिद्धरामैया जी के लिए अलग ला है क्या? अलग संविधान है क्या? देश में ऐसा नहीं है. संविधान सब लोग सबके लिए एक ही है. ला भी एक ही है.
BJP's demand is very clear that it is now, this is proof and evidence that the MUDA scam that Siddaramaiah and his family are beneficiaries of is a serious scam. This will need to be investigated, and those who have violated the law to be prosecuted, and that to ensure that this investigation is free and fair, that Siddaramaiah must resign immediately.
However, Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar came out in defense of the embattled Chief Minister, ruling out his resignation.
There is no question. My Chief Minister has not done anything wrong. He is not involved with any scam. It is a political conspiracy by the BJP to all of us, to all the opposition leaders in the country. This is what is going on. So there is no question of my Chief Minister has done anything wrong. They are creating problem. We stand by him. We support him.
Addressing a press conference flanked by his deputies and fellow cabinet members, Siddaramaiah proclaimed his innocence in the land scam case while accusing the BJP of coming to power through the back door.
BJP is trying to dislodge our government through money power and also through Operation Kamala but they could not succeed. I am not afraid of the conspiracy hatched out by both BJP and JDS, because they basically, BJP and JDS are against social justice and programs of the poor people.
State Minister Dinesh Gundu Rao claimed the office of the governor was being misused against the ruling party.
It is not a verdict connected to MUDA Scam. It is a verdict connected to the way governor has given permission for a preliminary investigation. Now it is very clear as far as we are concerned that here the issue is not about the MUDA. It is the way the Raj Bhavan is functioning, the way governor is functioning, and how his office is being misused. And we are seeing it on a day-to-day basis now.
With the Chief Minister on sticky wicket and the BJP doubling down on his demand for him to resign, the big question is, does Siddaramaiah still have the confidence of the Congress High Command to hold on to his chair?
Well, an all-out political slugfest broke out after the main accused in the horrific Badlapur sexual assault case was shot at by the police in retaliatory firing. Now, according to sources, 24-year-old Akshay Shinde, who was a janitor at the school where he allegedly raped 2 minor girls, was being escorted out of Taloja jail to Badlapur for investigation when he snatched a loaded revolver from an officer and opened fire at the police. The police, in fact, responded with retaliatory fire, leading to his death as opposition's Mahavikas Aghadi came out all guns firing at the ruling Mahayuti, accusing it of a fake encounter. The Eknath Shinde government said that the police acted in self-defense. In fact, the family members of the accused termed the killing as an encounter and sought a probe. Take a look at this report.
A mega political showdown has erupted after the accused janitor in the Badlapur sexual assault case was fatally shot in retaliatory firing after he opened fire at the police. According to sources, the main accused, Akshay Shinde, was escorted to Badlapur from the Taloja jail in a police van when he snatched a revolver from an officer and opened fire at the police. The police responded with retaliatory fire, fatally wounding the accused. Meanwhile, one of the escorting officers, Nilesh More, was also injured in the exchange of fire near Thane. The opposition-led Mahavikas Aghadi trained its guns at the Eknath Shinde government, accusing it of a fake encounter. Congress leader and former Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan said that the accused was murdered in cold blood, adding that the incident has brought a bad name to the Maharashtra police, which once had a spotless reputation.
देखिए, इनकाउंटर किसका होता है? इनकाउंटर आतंकवादियों का होता है, इनकाउंटर अंडरवर्ल्ड के गुनहगारों को होता है. ये कौन आदमी था? तो इससे एक बात का और जो संदेह था, उसका वो सबूत, जो संदेह और बढ़ता जा रहा है कि शायद पुलिस किसी ऊंचे पद पर बैठे व्यक्ति को बचाने की कोशिश कर रही है.
NCP-SCP MP Supriya Sule said that the incident testified to an absolute breakdown in administrative machinery and law and order in the state of Maharashtra. NCP-SCP Chief Sharad Pawar claimed injustice was done to the wronged minors of Badlapur, as the accused should have received death penalty through appropriate legal process. Congress State President Nana Patole claimed that the government was trying to shield the main culprits in the case.
गृहमंत्री तर खोटं बोलतोय, त्यांच्या हातात आता कायदा सुव्यवस्था राहिलेला नाही. पण गोष्ट कशी खोटं बोलायचं आणि त्याला फिरवून न्यायची ही त्यांची एक्सपर्टी आहे. आमची भूमिका आहे की उच्च न्यायालयाचे न्यायाधीशच्या माध्यमातून याची चौकशी व्हावी.
The ruling Mahayuti hit back, asking the opposition to clarify if it was with the slain rape accused or the police.
जब महाराष्ट्र में एक बलात्कारी को सजा दी गई है, उस पे आंसुएं बहा रही है. मैं कांग्रेस से पूछना चाहता हूं, बाठा से पूछना चाहता हूं, शरद पवार जी से पूछना चाहता हूं कि आप बलात्कारी के साथ खड़े हैं या बलात्कार को सजा देने वाले के साथ खड़े हैं?
Chief Minister Eknath Shinde said that the police acted in self-defense after the accused snatched a gun and fired at Officer Nilesh More.
तफ्तीश के लिए जो उसके ऊपर उसकी पहली पत्नी जो थी उसने गुनाह रजिस्टर किया था लैंगिक अत्याचार का, और इसकी वजह से उसको तपास के लिए ला रहे थे, और उस दरमियान उसने एपीआई नीलेश मोरे इसके ऊपर फायरिंग की। नीलेश मोरे जख्मी है, घायल है, और इसीलिए पुलिस ने खुद के बचाव के लिए ये कार्यवाही की है।
Even as Shiv Sena supporters erupted in celebration after the killing of Akshay Shinde, the BJP condemned the Indi for coming out in support of a rape accused.
ये कांग्रेस और इंडी अलायंस, खास करके सागरिका घोष जैसे नेताओं के ट्वीट देखिए, वो बलात्कारी के पक्ष से बोलने लग गए। शर्मनाक।
Top lawyer Ujjwal Nikam, who is also appointed as the chief prosecutor in the case, also came out in defense of the Maharashtra police.
अक्षय शिंदे एक साइकोलॉजिकली डिप्रेस हो सकता है और उसके लिए उसने पुलिस पर हमले की कोशिश की, खुद को खुदकुशी करने की कोशिश की और पुलिस को जवाबी फायरिंग करना पड़ा और पुलिस का जवाबी फायरिंग में उसको गोलियां लग गई।
Meanwhile, the kin of the accused claimed a fake encounter and demanded a probe into the killing.
A similar kind of vehicle, a similar kind of van was carrying Akshay Shinde yesterday from Taloja jail to Thane, and in fact at the same point in time a similar kind of vehicle was there, and in fact Akshay Shinde was accompanied by two of the Thane police constable sitting with him, one at this side, another one at this side, and API Nilesh More was sitting just opposite to this Akshay Shinde, the accused. Now, while returning from Taloja jail, Akshay Shinde started troubling the officer. It is being said that he started abusing the officers, that he has been booked in fake cases, he is being tortured. The accused, Akshay Shinde, got more aggressive, and in fact he tried snatching the gun. At that point in time, the officers were trying to stop him, but ultimately during this snatch, the gun got loaded, in fact unlocked. As we talk, it got unlocked, and one of the bullet got fired out here on the legs of, on the thighs of API Nilesh More.
As the political war of words ensues, both Mahayuti and Mahavikas Aghadi remain at odds over the encounter.
Already under fire over his divisive and subversive remarks on the foreign soil during his recent visit to the United States of Congress leader Rahul Gandhi stoked another controversy after firing an outsider barb at the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, addressing an election campaign in the valley ahead of the second phase of polling on Monday. The leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha said that the LG was ruling the valley like a king, imposing his decisions on the people. His remark evoked concerns of the National Congress Alliance, bringing in yet another, the outsider remark.
I don't know.
Another speech, another controversy. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi talked himself into a fresh row after hurling an outsider charge at the LG of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha. Campaigning in the valley ahead of the second phase of polling on Wednesday, the Congress MP said outsiders were taking decisions that the people ought to take themselves. Not stopping at this, the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha said the centre anointed a king in the form of LG to run his writ in the erstwhile state. Claiming that LG had no clue how to bring the development that people want, the Congress leader urged the people to elect their leader and government once again.
बाहर के लोग आकर आपके लिए ये डिसीजन ले रहे हैं। यहाँ पे राजा बैठा रखा है, लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर है, वो राजा है, वो बाहर का है, वो जम्मू कश्मीर का नहीं है, और जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों के दिल में जो है जो विकास जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग चाहते हैं ये व्यक्ति कर ही नहीं सकता है, इसको मालूम ही नहीं कैसे करना है। इसीलिए हम चाहते हैं कि एक बार फिर जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग अपने नेता चुने, अपने एमएलए चुने, अपनी सरकार चुने और अपना विकास का काम जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग अपने आप फिर से करना शुरू करें।
The remark raised fears of the Congress and partner NC trying to bring back the divisive outsider element into the electoral discourse in the valley after promising to restore Article 370 and revive dialogue with Pakistan if elected. After Pakistan's open backing of its campaign line, has the Congress and NC combined now given away its sinister plot to separate Jammu and Kashmir from India and fuel alienation?
The anger over the alleged adulteration of the laddus that are served as prasadam to the Tirumala devotees continued to simmer as Hindu seers came out on the streets to condemn what they called a sinister plot to target Sanatan Dharma and offend the religious sentiments of a significant number of people from the country. Now, meanwhile, Andhra Pradesh's Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan, who is currently serving an 11-day penance and purification ritual, visited the Kanaka Durga temple and was seen offering prayers seeking forgiveness. There's also a larger story that has now emerged about the very company that was responsible for supplying ghee has now come under the scanner. Whether at all the tender conditions were flouted. Take a look at this report.
In an explosive new twist to the Laddu Rao, Republic has accessed papers showing irregularities in the awarding of the tender to the dairy firm for the supply of ghee. Putting the previous YSRCP regime in the dock, documents show AR Dairy was favoured to secure the contract for supplying ghee for making the prasadam.
It's the tender clause number 74, which talks about the requirement of 250 crore rupees. Now, that's the eligibility criteria put across in this particular tender document. AR Dairy does not even meet those criteria. 244 is their net revenue as per the documents available at the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Despite that, this company is actually given the entire tender to carry out the supply of ghee.
The controversy around the Tirupati Prasadam Rao refuses to die down as seers have come out in protest against the alleged adulteration of the laddus that are served to the devotees at the iconic temple. Hitting the streets in big numbers, the seers condemn the conspiracy to taint the Sanatan Dharma and offend the religious sentiments of a significant section of the country's population.
वो भगवत गीता में कृष्ण ने बोला था पत्रम फलम पुष्पम तोयम वो काऊ का घी का वो बोल रहा है वो कंटेमिनेट करके वो प्रसाद दे रहे हैं ये अच्छा है क्या वो मैं कलयुग में ये अच्छा नहीं है वो दूरस्थ लोगों को अरेस्ट करना है दूरस्थ लोगों को अरेस्ट करना है इमीडिएट करना है जो एक ऑफेंस करता है एक राउडी शीटर जो ऑफेंस करते हैं थोड़ी देर में 2 घंटे में पकड़ सकता है बट इतना बड़ा ऑफेंस किया है साधु लोगों को दर्शन भी नहीं दे रहे टीटीडी ने साधु लोगों को दर्शन भी नहीं देता है बट प्रसाद कंटेमिनेट करते जो भी उनका इच्छा से ऐसा करता है क्या ये अच्छा नहीं है वो तो पक्का प्रोटेक्ट करना है ये अभी ये गवर्नमेंट सीरियस से लेना है नहीं तो ये पंगा बहुत बड़ा बढ़ जाएगा देश व्याप्त कर जाएगा फिर बाद में तकलीफ में पड़ जाएगा सब लोग.
Meanwhile, even as former Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy faced fury over the Laddu Rao, Andhra Deputy Chief Minister Pawan Kalyan continued his temple run as part of his 11-day penance and purification ritual. The Deputy Chief Minister visited the Kanaka Durga temple where he was pictured offering prayers seeking atonement for the alleged adulteration sin under the Jagan Mohan regime. He was also seen mopping the steps at the temple compound as part of a purification ritual. Earlier, an elaborate purification ritual was performed at Tirumala to rid the shrine of the taint of alleged adulteration under the previous government. The food regulator under the Union Health Ministry had earlier sent a notice to a dairy firm that supplied ghee for making of laddus at the shrine.
Tonight at 8 p.m, that's our focus. Why exactly was one company being favoured? And whether at all the YSRCP government was hand in gloves. That's the 8 p.m. debate tonight.